Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. 810 YouTube, Facebook, however you are viewing this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And look, and good weekend, happy weekend. However you say it. And good morning, Mickey.
Good morning. Good
Listen,
morning.
what's is what I think Satara used to say, what's popping?
Yes, ma'am.
What's popping? How are you today?
Oh, I can't complain. It's football Saturday, so
I
I'm
know.
open.
So listen, you gotta, let me know like about the hour mark. I'm gonna try to.
No, we good. My team don't play. Michigan don't play at 8 o'clock tonight.
Oh, you got all night
Yeah,
then.
yeah. I got 8 o'clock.
You got all night.
Georgia don't play to 4 o'clock, so I'm good.
Oh, we good then.
Yeah, we
We
good.
are good. We are good. So I want everyone, if you're logging on, do me a favor. Sorry for the delay, everyone. Had some calls this morning. Residents will always come first. Residents always come first with me. So I had some issues, and some of these weren't even in my ward. But what teamwork make the dream work. But I don't know what team I'm on with that council. So I do not know. But before we get started, click like, share, and subscribe. We need you to click like, share, and subscribe. Well, good morning, Brandon. Good morning, Quay. Brandon said, good morning, Mickey and Councilwoman Burns. Good morning. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Joshua. So listen, I like salty chef. No, it's salty chef for chef, but they just salty with their words. And good morning, Bishop T. Priestley Flowers. Listen, I need y'all, Nancy Adams, good morning. Click like, share, and subscribe. Because listen, y'all, good morning, Christine. They want us to stop talking. Good morning, Angela. And listen, if my colleagues are watching, good morning to y'all too. I want y'all to click like, share, and subscribe because they stated they'd be watching. So I need them to click, like, share. Good morning, Renee. Click, like, share, and subscribe because that was a big issue. Good morning, Just Oil here. Good morning, Jeff Caitlin. I want them to click, like, share too. Good morning, Cheryl Sunray. Good morning, Shun. Good morning, RHO. Is that okay? RHO? RHO. So listen, if they watching, I need them to click like and share too because Councilwoman Liddell Lewis said she watches. So we are happy to have her be a part of the 810 family. We appreciate, good morning, Michael Clatt. We appreciate her viewership. Only thing we wish that we had with her was her to be just a little bit more truthful. So we appreciate her tapping in too. So click like, share, and subscribe. And then we're going to get into it. And I pray that everyone is well today, that everyone is doing well. I'm still dealing with some sinus issues. I know that everybody be coming from the holiday weekend. I didn't do the holiday, Thanksgiving, and I did not go to my family's. I call it now the super spreader because everybody in my family, including my mother, she went to they went to DC this year. Normally we do Thanksgiving in North Carolina, and this year everyone went to DC. Both my parents, but separate sides. People hear me talk about my sister who lives in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. She works in DC. Then I have another cousin, Dominique, who lives in DC. So all of my family was there except for my children. And so we didn't go to what is now known as the super spreader because everybody is sick. Everybody got sick. They's getting off the plane, sick, going back home from all over. So whatever this virus is, y'all, it is out there. Wear your mask, use your hand sanitizer because this virus is out there. Someone hacking and coughing, be careful. You can get free COVID tests too because COVID-19 is still out there. You can still get them. My daughter has them automatically sent to me. When you get this old, your kids be like, well, look, ma'am, we're going to take care of you. And I appreciate my kids for that. You can get free COVID tests. They'll mail them to your house. Just Google, put in free COVID test, free COVID home test, and they will mail them right to your house. And I swear, when I was sick, Nikki, I took about 10. I took 10. I took 10. And I was down for the count when I was sick, ball.
Damn.
Down, down, down. I didn't want to hear nobody. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't cut the TV on for like 9 or 10 days because I didn't want to hear any noise. I just wanted it to be quiet. I wanted it just quiet. But we're gonna get into this now. Mickey, what did you think about that last meeting? Did you stay the whole meeting?
Yeah, remember well, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it's that Joker, Paul, or whatever, but they got me I had got suspended for Facebook on my page, on both of my pages. That's why I couldn't go live.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so I had got restricted.
Okay, well that's unfortunate. And so, but listen, that happens. You know, Paul is a very different person. I had to give Paul a call because Paul decided to pin my picture in a very unflattering way, on his page to be funny. And then to say, well, I don't know how that got there. Well, you blew my whole picture up and put that up. But it takes a Black man to try to do something negative to a Black woman. And that's what he did. And the picture it's a bad, listen, and I don't want y'all to get offended because I'm getting ready to cuss, okay? For those out there who, if you've seen the picture that he put up there, it's not something that you do. And Paul he's a professional. He's a professional by trade with what he does with videotaping. He is. I'm not going to take that away from him. Technical issues he has, but then other people may have too. But to take my picture and to paint me in an unflattering way, let me be a part of the problem, which is what he is. And Paul was a whole ass hat for what he did, a complete ass hat for that, and put the picture up and then tried to say when I called him about it, he's like, oh, well, what's the problem? Your big head. What's the problem, girl? You know what? You a whole ass hat, Paul. And we get people who do stuff, and he's constantly did stuff. This is the person who videotapes Flint City Council. He has never taken a picture of any council person and made it just them. And he took my head and tried to make a statement in a very unflattering way. It's very immature. It's very unprofessional. And I didn't even know about it. I don't know how many people called to tell me about it, that he had did this. And I don't know if you can still get it on there or not, but shame on Paul. I don't think it bothers him because he had the audacity to do it and to create it. But then again, the least protected person in the world is the Black woman. And right now we have a Black man who is not only is he a part of the problem, he's helping to highlight it and to exasperate it and make it even worse. So, Mickey, we didn't know. Listen, y'all, they censored me. They want me to quit talking. They censored me. And the censure was basically a warning. They don't want me to keep talking. I think they're mad because we're going to show why. Mickey, can you put up the one towards? We're going to show why they mad. Not that one. That's the censure. Before we get to why they mad, and I apologize. It's going to be the yellow when you go to my Facebook page. It is the link to my page. It's got the yellow where the spreadsheets. So you got it, Mick?
Mickey, I got to unmute myself. I had muted myself. Hold on.
Now come on now.
I'm sorry. I muted myself.
Mickey, our flow and our vibe is good now. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed it because you had it right there. And I'm tapping on it now. See, I'm gonna get
it's when the council. Yeah, and normally we set this up, but we're gonna do the pivot. So this is why they're mad. They're mad because what I do is explain to all the residents what's going on, because you have a right to know and to be transparent. And it states, this council never ceases to amaze me. Councilmember Liddell Lewis and Councilmember Worthing had a resolution drawn up to censure me. When you start exposing council members for taking checks for $1,500 for nonprofits they originated, $11,000 for lawnmowers, $4,750 for gifts and gift cards, approving a $72 million tax abatement from a company that they received gifts and checks from for the nonprofits they originated. And then there is the ARPA funds. They're set to receive ARPA funds. Two council members, Liddell Lewis and Candace Machat, have nonprofits waiting for resolutions to be passed to receive thousands that they originated. So then the lies start. Candace is a liar, Liddell is a liar, and Eva is a liar. And I'm going to show y'all where they lie. You know, they give you extra homework because that was their sense that they came up with. Oh, she's lying. They're trying to create this narrative and to keep it. But I don't have to say it's not hard to prove what they do, because listen, y'all, it's on video. It's like either believe their lying mouth or believe your eyes. And people are smart. So when you start exposing, number one, they're getting 50,000. The Flint Development Center that Candace works for, I got to look. I think it's almost 300,000. I think she has one there for 50. I have to pull that back up, and we'll if we have time today, I'll pull up the spreadsheet to show everyone. So when you start talking and exposing them, they got to make you the liar. But listen, I'm here for all the residents. They gonna receive money. We have not put in not one furnace, not one roof shingle, not one window. But they are started sending their resolutions up. And you'll hear Candace say, well, the resolution has not been brought up. Listen, on that spreadsheet in yellow means it's approved. It will be sent up. Liddell Lewis's has been sent up, and we sent it back to committee a couple times. Now she keep bullying Quincy and Judy with this nonsense. I don't even think Judy felt comfortable in the censure, and Quincy was over talking his stuff, and I really backed off of Quincy, with saying things, because I do believe he used that lawnmower to cut. I've always said that. He does a great job cutting them lots. That's Quincy's thing. I've always said. But when y'all keep coming for me on some bull, yeah, they need to stop that. When you start exposing people for who they are and what they are and what they're doing, then it changes. So then what they have to do, we have to make up this false narrative. So we're going to censure her. Literally, the censure, we didn't hear about it until after we were 5-6 hours in special affairs. Then the censure came. I didn't know about it. It was a walk-on, and so they're trying to make a point. So if they mad because I'm messing with their money, look, I need the public. Y'all gonna have to start showing up. When you say you want something done, we need the resident support. We need the residents. I need the resident support. I've had 6 Ward residents call me and say, what can we do? Because they're trying to silence your voice. We need your voice. ARPA funds is everybody's money. That's the entire city. We need the residents to show up. Tell them how y'all getting money. Liddell Lewis, you set to get money. Candace Machat, you set to get money. Her first thing is, well, I was a then resident. But you know what? She never exposed it nor disclosed it. Even after she sat there, her and Liddell, and listened to the compliance firm, Ernst & Young, David or Mr. Jerzinski. They didn't sign disclosure still, because they want me and everybody else to quit talking about it. Y'all not going to get nothing. They have got their stuff set up and planned to get paid. 4 council people have come together. It's the 5, which is surprising to me, that are going along with the mess. So you have Councilman Pfeiffer, Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter, Councilman Mays, and myself, the 4 who talk about this. And what do? Start messing, keep up lies. Liddell Lewis started the whole thing. He called me a monkey to distract from the fact she's getting money. She voted no on pump station number 5, not once but twice. She cussed out Pastor Thompson, not once but twice. She called him every cuss. You a fake A pastor. You a piece of SHIT. She went off of him not once but twice. And she wants to talk to me about conduct and decorum of a council person. She got mad because I told her, and literally when I read y'all the censure, it says, you're not a nice person. And I did tell her you're not a nice person. So they censured me for saying you're not a nice person. And because I said you are a nasty woman, because she did send a fake text. Not one time did she say I didn't send it. Not one time, because she did send it. And the pastors alerted me and called me and said, hey, we need to know what's going on. Did you, put on your Facebook page? No, I did not. But we're gonna, about the fake post, we're gonna get into that. So I hope they watching so they can actually see when they claim and make these video things. I didn't say that. Yeah, you did. So Mick, let's put up the censure. So I'm gonna read from the paragraph in the censure where it states.
I'm finna blow it up for you. Hold on, for
Okay.
the people can see it.
So it says, now this is the censure. It says, here, council members are expected to conduct themselves with appropriate decorum and act respectfully with constituents and other public servants. It says council member on September 11, 2023, council member Burns violated the rules of decorum by calling a fellow council member a wench. I did not. That was just a lie. While on Monday, November the 13th, Councilmember Burns violated the rules of decorum by calling the chair of the meeting rude and nasty, not a good person, and repeatedly said to the chair, girl, shut up. In addition, on September 14, 2023, Councilmember Burns violated Rules 27.2, engaging in argumentative discourse with a member of the audience. Now, let me tell y'all, remember this audience they talking about Doug Matthews, who was trying to be the ombudsman. He is the most unethical person to even want to be the ombudsman. And I'm going to show you the reason why. And we got the video too. What they printed was lies. What they put in this was lies. I did call her a nasty woman, and you'll see in the video why I described. Because when you share stuff of another person who talked about my daughter being a monkey because my daughter's husband happens to be Caucasian, and you okay with this? You knowingly shared a false page, being the hypocrite and liar that she is. So yeah, I absolutely did call her a nasty woman. Did I say she's not a good person? Yes. I mean, she acted like I cussed her. I did not. I didn't use one cuss word on her. Her behavior was deplorable. It was despicable. Some of her ways are diabolical, just like this censure. So we're gonna get into one during this censure process and during past council meetings, where she said, when I start telling her things that she's done, she called Flint residents janky, sipping on bottled water. She called Flint residents janky. Then we got pump station number 5, which is in her ward. Her ward, she voted twice on. No, twice. She cussed out Pastor Thompson. I mean, she walked out on the Mitchell boys right at the time, and it was her vote. Only thing you can see is the back of them Reeboks, because she was gone. She was gone. So Mickey, she said that didn't happen. And during this speech, she said, then you just tell lies on me. And that didn't happen. Every time I watch your show, and we appreciate you watching, we need you to click like and share. Every time I watch your show, it's about Liddell stealing money. I never said Liddell steals money. Never. But if your conscience is getting to you, then let your conscience deal with you, because I not once said Liddell steals money. Now, I talked about the food stamp gate when the neighbor called a couple times and said that she had let her use her food stamp card, and they worked at a 54-100. Is that 54-100 deal? And she didn't pay her the money. They called the blight department next door when the lady asked her for the money with food stamp gate. But she want to tell me about decorum. You didn't pay your neighbor for the food stamp hookup. That's next door. And then you called the police and issued her blight tickets. Then tried to get her vehicles towed out her driveway because she asked Liddell to pay the difference. Now, people have heard this video, have heard it. Trevor has heard it. It is true. I'll play it for Liddell. She know it's true. She didn't pay that woman. Then she bullied that woman by abusing her power as her seat as a councilwoman by calling the police. She abused the resident. She called this woman who knew if she couldn't afford. Now, selling your food stamps is illegal and it's wrong, but it's even more illegal for a council person to be buying illegal food stamps. And then she getting a hookup and then pay the woman. So the woman is calling people saying, look, I asked her for the money and she won't pay me the money. And now she calling the blight department, then issued the woman a blight ticket, called the police on her. I mean, this is her, and they grew up together, This lady was having a financial hardship. You're not selling your food stamps, which is illegal, because you just rolling in the dough. She took advantage of her. And then she used and weaponized the blight department and the police department on her neighbor, just like she weaponizes the police on audience members when she wants them gone and removed from the council chambers. Just like she's censuring me because she wants me gone. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Her little statements, all this, they liable. I'm going to be like Leela McGee. Keep messing with me. I'm going to take your grandbaby bicycle. That you can bet on. I'm going to come at you just like Leela McGee came at who she dealt with. I will take your grandbaby's bicycle. Keep lying on me. I'm not going to play with that part. I'm not. Everything I say is a fact. Everything. So, Mickey, put up that first one where she says, I did not walk out. It's just lies. Just like, no. So, Mickey, can you put up that first one? And I don't know who these TikToks are made by. They're not made by me. Whoever's out there, if you're watching, thank you for video clipping those.
You want round one?
Round one. Ding, ding, ding.
I'm on it. I'm going to set the play up. Here we go. And this is how the drama started.
So here's what this gets down to. I did call you nasty. And I won't apologize for that because you sent a text message to the pastors.
This the right one?
Which I posted on my Facebook. Can you start it back from the beginning? It's malicious. I at no point stated on anywhere on my Facebook.
Round one, fight.
So here's what this gets down to. I did call you nasty. And I won't apologize for that because you sent a text message to the pastors stating, which I posted on my Facebook, which was a blatant lie, and it was malicious. I at no point stated on anywhere on my public Facebook page, which you have the capability of seeing, that I say that on my Saturday show, I'm going to talk about Councilwoman Liddell Lewis even working. You sent the concerned pastors a fake text message. So yes, that was very nasty. You did that deliberately to attack my integrity and my character. So yes, it's nasty. So if you're stuck on adjectives, I would never did that to you. I would have never sent a fake, and you doctored it. It was white out on it, and you sent it. So when you sent this fake text message, they reached out to me. You know I didn't send that because you can see everything on my Facebook. You made up a fake page or whoever, and you sent it to the pastors. Now this would be ironic because it came from the same page where they called my daughter the same person, which obviously must be you, a monkey, because my daughter is married to a white man. That same person did that. That's a fact. You sent the same person, you sent a fake post. So you're stuck on adjectives. So was your behavior appalling, dreadful, horrendous, unspeakable, atrocious, abominable, monstrous, sickening, hateful? You did something against me that you deliberately knew it was wrong. So, Mickey.
Yes, ma'am.
They have gotten so dirty with these politics. They put and talk about our children. And by the way, people have said my daughter is smoking hot. She's a beautiful young lady. So my son-in-law is lucky to have her. And yes, not just because she's my daughter, but I raised my children right. Okay. I raised my children right. They have an involved mother and father. I don't have no baby daddy, and my kids were raised correctly. And when you bring in people's children, let me see, what is a pond scum, gutter snipe person who talks about other people's children? Just like they put up Dennis Pfeiffer's children, and they put up his baby, I believe it was his son, when he was a newborn in his little PJs. The stuff that they do, there is no respect to be garnered for those people who aren't respectful. But she wanted to tell me about decorum. So we're going to go on to the next. So that was, I stayed you get 2 5-minute rounds because I'm going to defend myself. I will not allow your lie to get legs so you can walk all over me. And people are saying, well, you should have got up and walked out. Oh, I can be calm and cool in the hottest of a situation. I'm going to defend myself. And then at that point, it's time for me to leave. I'm not going to allow these liars to lie on me and get away with it. I'm not about to allow their lies to become a part of the record when I know the truth. I'm not going to do that. Now, I was there by myself. Maze wasn't there at that meeting, which don't bother me. Jerry Ficard, she had left. She had just gotten from a flight, and Dennis was not there. My job, whether who there or not, I don't need backup. I'm there for all the residents. So whatever they doing, it don't even bother me because I'm not going to let your lie get legs and take off running on me because they cooked up some good ones, So Mickey, let's go on to the next one because she said she didn't walk out on those children. And whoever this 810 is, I don't know, but thank you for saving me the time and clipping these together.
I got you. I'm finna play it.
Y'all didn't see the truth.
And only thing I hear is Liddell Lewis stealing money. And then you're telling people that I done walked out on some kids involved in a house fire. All of those things are false.
Vote to have an independent investigation. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Mays.
Yes.
Excuse me.
And then you're telling people that I done walked out on some kids involved in a house fire. All of those things are false.
Listen, what did the video show? Put in the comments. What did the video show? Put it in the comments. Please put it in the comments. See, this is what she will do is lie and tell you lying. You be looking at the sun can be out, or you could be looking at a blue truck, and she'll tell you that truck is yellow. She walked out on those kids. But Mickey, let's show that one more time because she was just so. And what I cut on, all you say is Liddell. I've never said she steals money, but if your conscience is dealing with you, you might want to get right with Jesus because I did not say she was ever stealing money. Not ever. She the one who said that. So if you stealing money, let us know what you stealing. I didn't say you're stealing money. Let's play that again because I want to put in the comments what you see her doing. Because she's saying it's something else.
Liddell Lewis stealing money. And then you're telling people that I done walked out on some kids involved in a house fire. All of those things are false.
Vote to have an independent investigation. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Mays.
Yes.
Excuse me.
And then you're telling people that I done walked out on some kids involved in a house fire. All of those things are false. All of those things are false. All of those things are false.
Okay. So she did walk out right at the vote. And this was, we were voting to have a hearing for the Mitchell boys, the two little boys, the two handsome little boys who lost their lives tragically in a house fire. And the family had sat there for hours. I want to say maybe like 7 hours. All she had to stay was another minute. It was right at her vote. We were calling the vote. There was only 6 of us there at the time. 6 of us were there that were left. When she left, it left 5. As soon as you can hear Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter as she was cheering, and she says, "Councilman Mays," and he says, "Yes." You see her with her bag. She got up off that seat. All you see is the Reeboks. She grabbed her bag. She was gone. She was gone. She did walk out. She walked out. 5 people voted to have the independent fire investigation. And I'm going to start with Ward 1, Councilman Mays. Ward 4, Judy Priestley voted for it. Ward 5, Councilwoman Winfrey Carter voted for it. I voted for it, Ward 6. And Councilman Pfeiffer voted for it, Ward 8. The 5 of us voted to have an independent investigation with the 2 little children, the 2 little black boys who lost their lives. She walked out. We can't keep allowing her to keep lying to the residents. She's president of the council now and lying to the people. She lied to everybody in Flint. That video shows she walked out. She couldn't sit there to vote yes for an independent investigation to find out what happened. That mother deserves some closure. She deserves closure. Crystal Cooper stepped to that podium and spoke, and I can never imagine how she felt. She lost 2 of her babies in a house fire, an electrical house fire. Then people were trying to blame there was a cover-up. It's in court. I believe the mayor has to do depositions coming up here. It was just in the article. And what would be his role? What was him and Chief Barton's conversations? Chief Barton said he had to take responsibility for the fire. He's suing the city for $10 million. Crystal Cooper is suing the city for $50 million because she said it was a cover-up. That's $60 million. 2 little boys lost their lives. There's no amount of money that's going to make that mother or that family whole again. There is no amount of money, none. But you couldn't sit there to vote for an independent investigation as to how they died. Was it electrical? Were the 2 firefighters, were they, present? Were they contacted? What was the response time? You couldn't vote a simple yes for 2 little black boys who lost their life in a fire? And then you lying to people? She lying. She just lied this past Monday and said it didn't happen. Y'all saw the video. She wants to put it on me. No, you walked out. You walked out, and I'm going to call you out. So you can keep on trying to censure me if you want to. I'm going to be like Leland McGee. I'm going to have kids' bicycles. I'm not going to play with y'all. I'm not going to play. So, Mickey, we're going to go on. We're going to talk about other parts of this censure because I'm going to tell you the lies. I want you to go to, because they act like they're credible. They'll say something, and we're going to pull up the one with Doug Matthews. And I sent that one to you also. And let me say this before we go on. My heart goes out to Crystal Cooper and her family. Those 2 little boys lost their lives. Nothing is going to bring them back. She will forever have a heart filled with pain for the loss of her 2 children. 2 children. So we need to make sure everybody still keep them up in prayer because, like I said, that is still in court. Fire Chief Ray Barton was fired. Fire Chief Ray Barton was fired because he had put in the papers that he wanted the 2 firefighters to be fired. That was his recommendation. And Chief Barton stated that Mayor Neely, he brought him back. And that's his lawsuit. And then they fired Chief Barton. So there's going to be depositions. And this is going to cost the city. It's going to cost the city because there was, according to Chief Barton, he was told he had to take the heat for it. He was supposed to be the fall guy for it. And he put in there to fire the 2 firefighters. And he's suing the city for $10 million. So let's go to, I sent in there.
Let me do that third one or not?
No, we don't need to do the third one because we covered the one. Yeah. So I want to go to the let me pull the document. I sent you the I believe it's 11/27, the Flint City Council meeting. No, not that one. I'm sorry. 9/14/23.
Hold on, let me find it. Okay, got it.
And then I want to go to 1 hour and 49-minute mark. And so while you setting this up, because in the censure they said I became argumentative with a audience member, which was just not true. Liddell Lewis goes after people. She abuses her power. She is a bully. She likes to use intimidation, and she uses whatever she can. She used the blight department against her neighbor and the police to issue her tickets for blight and to get her cars towed.
You say go, not to cut you off, you say go to what again?
9/14 Flint City Council meeting.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then Doug Matthews, which by the way is trying to be the ombudsman. He has, in my opinion, no business being the ombudsman because he is a liar. How are you going to have he lied on me, which makes him a liar? How are you going to have an ombudsman? And this application is there now. Y'all need to be at these meetings, the Ethics and Accountability Board meeting. I watched that back over this week and I'm like, this man who was demanding I show him how I paid for a shirt. He wanted me to tell everybody, I had a shirt. The shirt had my name on it, and then it had the Lentil Law Group. He demanded that I show the city attorney and show him he didn't think I had paid for it because he said I had received as gifts. First of all, in the charter it says doing business or seeking doing business. It's not the same as he's tried to defend Liddell Lewis when she's Cyrus Park, which is her nonprofit she originated. Then she'll flip and say, Cyrus Park had been originated. Look, we didn't put the paper up about that. She originated it in August 2021. It's got her name on it, which I've said during council meetings and pull it up. Is this your name? And her name is on it. So Doug Matthews during this meeting, because they conspire. It's like they conspired with this censure. They conspired together. They all conspired to put this together, put a pack of lies together though. So he wants to know how me and Councilman Jerry Winfrey Carter, he's accusing us of taking shirts or whatever, like I guess we can't afford shirts or whatever. You have a white man telling black women what we should wear. That's what it gets down to. A white man telling black women what they should wear. I wear my Fest t-shirts and I buy those also. I wear company shirts. I buy my shirts. But he wants to skip up to that podium and I guess he's getting us told because what he did not know, I came with receipts. I had my receipt. And when I went and showed him, he didn't want to see it. He didn't want to hear it. He was in disbelief. And then because he had made a completely false narrative. He had made a lying narrative. I'm not going to say false. He made a lying narrative. And he wants to be the ombudsman. In my opinion, he has no business being an ombudsman. He keep up mess and he lied on me. Completely lied. So Mickey, can you please
I got it. I got
1 hour and 49-minute mark. And listen, because I want y'all to see for yourself. You don't have to see for yourself. Okay, Mickey, let me know when you're ready.
I'm finna put it up right now. Oh, let me go play it for you. Hold on.
Charter and Burns, and alleging ethics violations. Recently, these council members were photographed publicly wearing heavily embroidered polo shirts, displaying their names in council positions and promoting a law firm, giving the appearance of both personal and official endorsements. These photos are now permanently on the internet to be used or abused by anyone. Presumably, these matching customized promotional shirts were gifts. Public officials are prohibited from accepting gifts or anything of value from entities that could substantially be affected by their performance of their official duties. Charter Section 1-106C8. Whether or not gifts were accepted, the law firm's involvement in at least 4 lawsuits against the city, including challenging the legality of the ARPA board, adds a critical dimension. To further complicate matters, Ms. Burns is the plaintiff, or a plaintiff, in the ARPA case. She is therefore both the law firm's client and has a personal interest in the outcome of the ARPA case. The promotion of a law firm by these 2 council members in their official capacities, while the same law firm is involved in multiple actions against the city, including the ARPA lawsuit, presents at least the appearance of a conflict of interest between their personal interest in promoting the law firm and the public interest in defending against these suits. These conflicts must be disclosed for Ordinance 1-604A. This ordinance explicitly requires recusal, not just abstentions, when dealing with matters where conflicts exist. 1-604B. Additionally, the city charter prohibits public officials from engaging in activities incompatible with their official duties, presumably including using their council positions to provide advertising, promotion, and endorsements for a law firm representing multiple clients suing the city. Charter Section 1-106C5. In my opinion, the harm is significant and irreversible, but I am willing to give these council members a fair opportunity to address my concerns. They can do so by submitting these facts to the city attorney, asking him to determine whether any ethical violations occurred and whether they in fact have a conflict of interest which requires their recusal. Thank you.
Okay, because we're going to go back to that in a minute because he got some more. But Doug. First of all, as he misquotes the charter, the law group is not doing business with the city of Flint. What my issue was with the 12-member, multi-member body, and it's still an issue. Listen, I got another issue now, which is why the police told me that I need to go talk to Mayor Neely because I walked, when I walked through the front door on Monday, because I am a license to carry and I carry a gun. And told me I need to talk to Mayor Neely. I said, no, I'm not going to go talk to Mayor Neely. This has been an injunctive order. You're not supposed to be here at the door asking me to go through my bag and to be wanded and to walk through the metal detector and to be wanded. That's what the injunctive order first, and then let's go back up to that one. The original order stated elected officials, it doesn't apply to when it comes to that. So the officer, who was really nice, by the way, he was misinformed and wasn't trained properly. That falls on Chief Green and Mayor Neely. But guess what they were reporting to? Mayor Neely. He says, well, of course, when I walked through the metal detector, it went off. And he says, I need to check. I said, no, I'm not. That's what I said, I'm not doing that. He says, well, and I explained about the court order and the injunctive order. And he says, well, you're going to have to talk to Mayor Neely. I said, I'm not talking to Mayor Neely. I said, let me be perfectly clear. I will be on the 3rd floor for my meeting that has been scheduled for well over a year. If Mayor Neely needs to see me or talk to me, he knows where I'm at. He has my phone number and he knows I'll be in council chambers on the 3rd floor. The officer followed me to the elevator. He said, well, I'm going to have to call him. I said, you can do that. You can call him. And there was a person that was right there with me because he was holding the elevator door who witnessed it. So here's somebody who just keeps thumbing their nose at court orders. Court orders don't matter to Mayor Neely. They were still there stopping people, violating my rights, violating my rights. But let's get back to Doug, who skipped up to that podium to tell all them lies. So he quoted doing business with, and if we took gifts. Doug, you should have had that same energy for Liddell Lewis, who took gifts and checks. You should have had that same energy for Quincy Murphy, who took gifts and checks. Or better yet, you should have had the same energy for Mayor Neely, who he donated to his campaign. Not once, but twice, but 3 times. Check of the last one, I think, was $5,000. Then one was $2,500. Then I think another $1,500. So Doug, I didn't take gifts and ask for a $72 million abatement. I paid for my shirt. I showed him the receipt. Now, normally I don't do what racist white men ask you to do, but because I had the receipt, I pulled it up on my iPad, stopped and showed it to the city attorney, which the video will kind of show me out the clip. And then I went to show it to Doug, which he became irate because he was made to look foolish. He was made to look foolish. Now, this is a man who has put in to be the ombudsman. He doesn't respect Black people over a majority Black city. He's not originally from here. He's not. His partner, Jerry, works for Mayor Neely on his campaign. So you got to look at all these connections. Doug was sent after me. Jerry, I've worked with Jerry, before because like I told people, I had helped originally to get Mayor Neely elected. Big mistake in 2019. Big mistake. And Jerry worked for him. Jerry is Doug's partner. Doug is now running for ombudsman. He has no business being the ombudsperson. He wants to critique what Black women wear. He wanted to know why me and Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter, and I'm going to give you the time to explain. Well, Doug, we paid for our church. When I showed you the receipt, you didn't want to see it, and you got irate. And Councilwoman Lewis stated, Miss Burns, you're not to be arguing. No, Doug was arguing. He didn't want to see the receipt because he didn't think I had paid for it. Now, the charter speaks to gifts. That wasn't a gift for me. My Mott Fest shirt wasn't a gift. But we know that them gifts and estates and them checks we put up about Ashley Capital, those were clearly gifts. We know that some people received donations and gifts. It was not Tonya Burns. With seeking to do business is the charter. He conveniently left out. Now, if he's going to be the ombuds person, you think he's going to conveniently leave out stuff? We need y'all at City Hall, Flint. Y'all need to click, like, share, because what they doing is just wrong. We need y'all. We fighting for y'all. They setting this up to have all their people in place. All their people in place. You got this guy want to be an ombudsman, and he up here lying. How you gonna have a lying ombudsperson? How? When I went to show him that receipt, as if I owed, and Doug is not even in my ward. He's in the 7th ward. And so his council person, Candace Machat, went to defend him and told yet another lie that I became argumentative. No, you lied again, Candace. Go back and watch the video. And I'll put the other video up when Pfeiffer caught her lying on his Go Cam. Oh, and Jolena, thank you for being on here. Thank you. Because Jolena was right in front of Doug. She was right in front of him. There was another guy that was on the other side, and he had put up a post and said, that's not true. Miss Burns was not arguing. You got these women on here, Candace and Liddell, blatantly lying. They some liars. Liars. And by the way, they're getting ARPA funds. They said to get ARPA funds. Both of them put in to get ARPA funds for their nonprofits. So Doug is going to be the ombuds person. He's not yet. That's why y'all need to get out and come out and speak out. Ethics and Accountability Board meeting. Y'all need to be there. Call your council person and tell them he has no business. In my opinion, if you can't tell the truth or you want to selectively misquote the charter, because that's what the ombuds person goes out for. He's not even applying the charter. Why is he not mad? Why is he not mad about Liddell and Quincy who took gifts? Who took them? And yes, we're going to get into that. You're correct. Eva did state I hit Doug. Lied and said I hit him. But Mickey, pick up at that video where you left off. I'm going to let everybody, I don't want anybody to speculate because they'll get on it. I'll probably have another censure on the next Monday that Liddell run a meeting. But finish playing that video because we're going to put Doug out here.
Any response from council?
Madam Chair.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I want to thank.
Excuse me.
I didn't hear him say anything.
So then,
All my colleagues will go before me.
okay. Ms. Burns, proceed.
And she rolled her eyes. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who came. And to Mr. Doug Matthews, you're the same one who steps to this podium and gives information. Number one, when you say about basically gaslighting. You are incorrect. And let me be perfectly clear. You made an assumption that I didn't pay for that shirt, which in fact I did pay for that shirt. And I'll show you the receipt. I'm trying to dig it up right now. So when you stuck at that podium because you signed because Councilwoman Lewis, who took $50,000 and made an application, made an application for $50,000 for her personal nonprofit, then took a check for Ashley Capital for $1,500. How dare you come to this podium and do that? That's disappointing. I want my shirt. I want my mom. That shirt that was turquoise. You're not supposed to talk. I'm talking. I bought my Mont Fest shirt that every year it's turquoise. I bought my purple one, Mont Fest t-shirt. I wear my company t-shirt. That's my free time. So when you add something, you make an assumption. Excuse me. Can you warn them? You can warn them.
Excuse me, chairs. Mr. Matthews.
Can you stop my time, Davina, please?
So, Mr. Matthews, no speaking unless we're at the lectern. Thank you. Go ahead.
With you being in Harvard attorney, I would have expected better of you, especially when it comes to facts. I wear shirts all the time. So if I'm wearing a suit and a label, am I required, am I advertising? You come to this point, you can be friends with them, but don't come attack me without any receipts. Don't do that. You made an assumption. So when it comes to the city attorney or whatever, I wear a lot of t-shirts. Would you like me to get them at clothes? Would you like me to get you a copy of everything I wear? If my suit is Jones wear or it's St. John's, would you like to see a receipt for that? I mean, you need to stop. You're being part of the problem now. You're part of the problem. We don't need no more help being a problem. And then you claim to be a solution person. And you came to this podium to start some mess.
Anyone else like to speak for public comment? Excuse me, council response.
Can you fast forward Mickey a little bit? Because I want to get to the part to where so here we have Doug Matthews being argumentative. I didn't speak while he was speaking. Nobody did when he had his time to speak. During my speaking time, Doug Matthews, who wants to be the ombudsman, who they're looking at him to be the ombudsman now, I believe they're going through application. He can follow the rules in the audience. Liddell actually she didn't warn him, let the chair, Mr. Matthews. He kept speaking now. Doug Matthews became argumentative, but you see how they flipped that script? You see how Candace Machat flipped that script? The liar that she is, she flipped that script. The video shows you. Doug became argumentative while I was speaking. And during my censure, what did Candace say? And what people should do? Oh, no, baby. No, baby. You look at the video, baby. I'm a grown woman who tells the truth. The truth is he became argumentative. He was argumentative in that video. And that's what happened. As he wants to tell Black women what we should wear. You know, he presumed we didn't pay for those. And he presumed, how you going to be the ombuds person and you're not even dealing with facts? You are presuming. He presumed I was endorsing Lentil Law Group. He presumed I was promoting. You are presumably wrong, Doug Matthews. And in my opinion, you have no business being the ombuds person. Y'all need to come to these meetings. Y'all want Flint to turn around and change? You got to get involved. You got to. They bank on the fact they're the dysfunction, but will flip that script and project it on everybody else. They are the dysfunction. The video showed they had to tell Doug Matthews, Mr. Doug Matthews, to be quiet. Doug was speaking while I was speaking. He wasn't at the lectern. His time was up. It was gone. He was being disrespectful at the lectern, at the podium. He didn't have the floor. He had his time. No one interrupted him. But what he got mad about was I checked him. Don't come for me with that nonsense. You're going to tell Black women what they should wear. No, you don't get to tell no Black woman what we should wear, how we should wear. And you want me and Jerry Winfrey Carter to show you, Doug, what we pay. Oh, and the city attorney. And Attorney Kim keep backing up this garbage. He keeps backing this garbage up. So, Mickey, let's fast forward a little bit because I get up to go show him the receipt. And y'all know what? They was mad.
Where you want me to take it to?
Let's take it to, let's slide it down just a little bit, maybe like a minute, just past them talking. I'm sorry, I didn't get that minute part.
Okay, hold on, I'll find it while I'm back here working.
And so, this was in the censure that I became argumentative with Doug, just lying. And Jolena Freeman was right there in front of me, right there. It was a gentleman across. What I did was took my iPad and showed him. And then what I did was pointed to my iPad. I said, well, Doug, this is it right here. I pointed to it.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
Let me set it up. Just hold on 1 second.
And by the way, I'm walking by.
My mother personally don't want nothing
Talking crazy.
The extra house and the work that they do. She got enough dealing with her grandkids and us, and being a family woman, she don't need to go and get a particular nothing.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Anyone else like to speak during public comment? Excuse me, Ms. Burns.
I can talk to people.
Ms. Burns, you're out of order for being argumentative. Ms. Burns, you're out of order for being argumentative with the audience. So that is your warning.
I feel ruling
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know all the ruling of this.
Oh, okay.
No, I did not. I don't know. No, I did not. You said you did.
Man, go get that sushi.
No, just stop.
Taking the floor.
Who's taking the
Council
floor?
comments, both of them.
The chair ruled Councilwoman Burns out of order.
And you've jumped on her case as she walked by.
I'm trying to speak up
But first things first, according to council rules,
Okay, you could stop it.
Yeah,
Madam Chair.
So here it goes again. You got these group of liars. Eva stated I hit Doug Matthews. No, but you sure hit Jasmine Stanley when you went out in the audience. And I'm gonna show when Jasmine got to that podium because you're a liar too. I'm chopping these liars up, sending them on down the lying little bowling alley lane of liars. So I went out to show him. He got upset. Jolena was right there. Now, if Liddell chairing the meeting, if I hit Doug, I mean, that wasn't even like a minute. I went to him and showed him, and then he would say, her perfectly painted fingernails. I hadn't had a feeling. I pointed to the receipt to show him, Doug, this is it right here. This shows, this is the date, this is the price, da. And then I walked back. Wasn't nothing else to say, because I'm not going to let him step up there and he wants to be the unbuzzed person and lie. Now, right before then, when he stepped up to the podium and he told all them lies, I let him speak. When I went to speak, Doug Matthews didn't want to he wanted to interrupt me. She had Liddell, actually, she wouldn't warn him, but listen, she didn't threw everybody else out of council chambers, but she didn't throw Doug out. She didn't threw everybody out. She threw so many people out, warned them, and to get them out of there. So I'm doing facts. So Candace Michette, you are a liar, a big liar. Doug was argumentative. I showed him the receipt. The video shows that. Y'all need to quit lying so much. Put up the next video, which shows Councilman Pfeiffer showing her lying again.
You say do what again?
The video where Councilman Pfeiffer has why he had to start getting the go cam because they kept lying.
Got you. Hold on. Let me do it. I got you. Hold on 1 second. Give me a second. I'm going to get it for you. Yep, I got you. I went too far.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Now they want to censure me. Even stepped up not once, but twice on 5-3 and 7-19. She wanted to fight me. Where's her censure? Liddell Lewis tried to run up on me. I don't have the date of that one, where she was defending, even was all wrong about her information. Tonya Burns, you know what it's about. Where's your decorum? That's on video. Now they had to make up lies about me. Make up lies. Did you got it, Mickey?
Yes, ma'am. I'm putting it
Let's
up
play
right
that.
now. Hold on 1 second. Got you.
The first round. Well, excuse me, the whole round. Go ahead, Mr. Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Can you push it back to the beginning?
What she said to
Hold on
Mr.
1
Mays.
second.
She said, if you
The first round. Well, excuse me, the whole round. Go ahead, Mr. Pfeiffer.
Yeah, to back off of what she said to Mr. Mays, she said, if you weren't out of your seat running your mouth.
And I'm not gonna let you, Neely, Ed Taylor, Liddell Lewis, or Priestley Buffalo these people. And when the people get fed up, they gonna speak up.
Madam Chair. All right, thank you. Councilwoman Michelle.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, if you were over there paying attention rather than running your mouth before you got up here, you know I am running.
It's on video again. I mean, they do stuff that's on video. So after that, she decided to make homemade cubicles, which, by the way, the cubicles are a violation of the Open Meetings Act for the hearing impaired. They just do stuff. They just reckless. They reckless because the hearing impaired has got to be able to see you talking. You can't see. Even the little shorter petitions are a violation. So, they don't get it. They trying so hard to keep this ridiculous narrative. But play that one more time, Mickey. Play that one more time with Dennis Pfeiffer's.
The first round. Well, excuse me, the whole round. Go ahead, Mr. Pfeiffer.
Yeah, to back off of what she said to Mr. Mays, she said, if you weren't out of your seat running your mouth.
And I'm not gonna let you, Neely, Ed Taylor, Liddell Lewis, or Priestley Buffalo these people. And when the people get fed up, they gonna speak up.
Madam Chair. All right, thank you. Councilwoman Michelle.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, if you were over there paying attention rather than running your mouth before you got up here, you know I am running.
Okay, so the stuff is on camera. Now, they will have you believe that they come into the public, to the residents, with the truth. They're not. They're not. And if you're going to lie on me and you become liable for your lies, let's go to the November 27th one. And I need you to go to the point at 6 minutes and 18 seconds, where this is where they're censuring me. And Eva Worthing states that it never happened with Jasmine standing. Let me tell y'all this. It should have never happened. What did happen was that we were having the meeting, and mind y'all that during this meeting, this whole time, she taking pictures of me and Jared. I mean, she just taking all kind of pictures and posted the pictures on Facebook. And somebody took one of the pictures in her group. I think it's supposed to be George Yanko. So y'all need to go to George Yanko's page. George Yanko, and says he made comments, and they put it up, and they made the pic that I should be hung. They invited me to a necktie party to hang me, a hate crime. So you got to call these people out for what they are, because what they do is keep up confusion and they keep up lies. And now they're talking about people, children. Something is wrong with them. They plan with stuff. You don't do that. In politics, it is always, you leave people, kids out of it. So go to the 6 hour and 18-minute mark. Now I'm gonna set up for this night what had happened.
Hold on 1 second. 6 hours.
In the council chambers that night, we were going over. Eva did get up from her seat. Eva had just flipped off Councilman Mays, gave him the FU finger, and said F you. And as she got up, she walks down the left-hand side when you get up of the council chambers. Now I'm watching her, because we seen her, she done flipped off, and you can hear her say the F you. She cuss all the time. She's called people narcissistic a-holes. She's called people shit heads and holes. I mean, she cuss all the time.
What's the time again?
6 hours and 18 minutes.
Okay, all about that. I got the.
And so she gets up and she walks down the aisle, and Jasmine has her gray hat on, and she's there and she's sitting. You couldn't tell who she was. And so she did not know that it was former, may he rest in heaven, Mayor Woodrow Stanley's daughter, who is very active and still active in politics. So Jasmine's sitting on the end seat, maybe 5-6 rows from the back. And Jasmine said, she had her mask on. She says, I can't believe what you just did. You just flipped off Councilman Mays. And she told her, are you proud of yourself? Why did you do that? And Eva had some words back, and then she hit her on her shoulder. She hit her and then kept walking. I immediately got up out my seat. I'm going to check on the residents. Number one, Eva should have been arrested. Jasmine just lost her father, not even maybe 6 months before then.
You said 6 hours and 18 minutes, because this one got 5 hours and 6 minutes. The November 14th, right?
No, I said November 27th.
Got you.
Yep, November 27th one. Yeah. And so Jasmine had just, her family, of course, their father was a giant in politics in the city of Flint and with the state of Michigan. Mayor Woodrow Stanley was a giant. And so they were grieving. And so Jasmine was faced with, do I file charges? And she discussed it with their mother. She made the choice to not do it, but Eva did hit her. So when I got to go check on Jasmine, BB, this was 2 weeks before Commissioner Nolan, may he rest in heaven, passed away. And BB said, Tonya Burns, did you see her just hit Jazz? And I said, yes. And the officer the officer was right there, who was sitting in the back. Jasmine would not press charges, would not. Michael Davis was right there. Gina Luster was there. Satara was there. Sister Audrey Muhammad was there. People saw what she did, and she still lies. Now, after she hit Jasmine, she turned around and said Jasmine hit her.
Not this one, right?
No, it is November 22,
okay,
2021.
Okay, hold up. They gotta be back up here.
Yeah, it's back up there.
Okay, I'm gonna find it. That was closer. So it's 22. How did I go up?
Oh no! It's gonna be November 27th, because where she states it, 23.
Okay, where she stated at.
Yeah.
And it's the 618, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is why I had it set up at. Okay.
So she keeps saying, so after, let me know when you got it up. So after she assaulted, which according to subsection 31-10, she should have been arrested for assault and battery. She should have been arrested. Jasmine gave her a pass, and then what she took for granted now is blaming Jasmine. She turned around and said, and it never happened. Oh, it happened. And Jasmine spoke very eloquently at the podium. It happened. Eva hit her, and people saw it. And then she spoke about it.
Got it. Hold on. I'm finna
You
play
got it at
Yep.
the 6 hour. So this is her saying, which we're going to let her, this is during the censure. She's still talking about this. So, well, she's lying about that it didn't happen. So let's play that. This is during my censure, she decides to discuss this again.
Ms. Worthing.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I'll just try to make it quick. I am myself not a perfect person. I've done and said things that I'm not proud of. However, I barely talk, as Mr. Murphy stated. And that is because when this council first came, I was the target. I was the target. And the hate directed towards me by several, but mainly Ms. Burns was very overwhelming. And it continues, not just towards me, but Ms. Lewis. Constantly saying you're a horrible person. I believe she got Ms. Lewis and Ms. Mushat confused because it was her first time chairing today. And it almost like was the same language she would use for Dr. Lewis. We don't have to do that. We do not have to share how much we dislike someone to vote on an issue. We are not voting on people. We are not voting on personalities. We are voting on issues. And too many times, it switches into pure hatred and just a way to express how much we're unhappy. And talk about lies. So many lies have been said about me. Absolute untruths. And that it's unbelievable, really. And as Ms. Priestley stated, those things become true in the minds of those who are listening at home. So you repeat a lie over and over and over again, and in the mind of the public, it's truth. She hit Jasmine Green, and many people, they actually believe I did that. Yeah, it didn't happen because there'd be a police report. There was no police report because it didn't happen. I've never hit anyone. But projection is a thing, so I'm thinking maybe, other people have. I've been fired from my job. Never happened. I've never been fired.
Okay, let's stop it there, Mickey. Okay. Well, she did hit Jasmine. She did. She absolutely hit Jasmine. She did. So here's a person who Eva Worthing is comfortable using microaggression terms. She's called Black people ghetto. She refers to what's wrong with those people in reference to the Black people in the first ward. She's called the Black people in the first ward a cult. It's recorded on camera. She's called them a cult. She knows just how a lie works. She says it's projected if it's said over and over. So she thinks that people are stupid enough that if she keeps saying over and over, it didn't happen, it didn't happen. It happened. It happened. She hit her. She should have been arrested. She should have been removed from city council, and she should have been facing criminal charges. She should have been facing criminal charges. Now, I want you to go to Mickey now. And while you pulling that November, it is going to be November. 22, 11/14/22. Mickey, I can't hear your mic. Y'all, you know, y'all, Mickey got a DJ voice.
My bad, because I'll be having myself muted. You know,
Mickey,
I'll be
DJ
trying to
voice.
pay attention to 11/14/22. What's the
At the 3 hour and 46 minute and
I
20
got
seconds.
said 3
Now, I
hours.
want y'all to remember, this is Eva is a woman who was called Black People Ghetto. She went to the press. I didn't do it. Where she was all over, she did an apology. She didn't apologize to the people. She told the press. She never apologized to city council. Never apologized. She hasn't been censured. You're gonna go 3 hour, 46 minute and 20 seconds.
I got you.
She's called Black People Ghetto. She's called Black people in the first ward a cult. She claims I hit Doug. She knows how a lie works. She describes it on 11/27. You keep saying it and they're gonna believe it because she think people are stupid. So where we get this set, this is gonna be Jasmine speaking at the podium. Jasmine, you're gonna hear in her own words, tell the council what happened. And what did that council do? Not a damn thing to protect a resident who was hit by another council person. They didn't do anything. Allie Herker said she didn't hear it. Liddell was like, oh, I don't know. They didn't do a damn thing to protect the public. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, you said 3:20, right?
3:46. 20 seconds.
Okay.
3 hours, 46 minutes.
I got that. We just like 7 seconds from it.
Yep. Okay, we good. Let's roll it.
Yeah, I'm finna get it for you. 1 second. There we go. Hold up. Let me pause it there. Let me do this. Oh crap, I messed that up. Hold on, let me do this for you. I gotta come back here. Let me do this. Let me put this together for you. Let me play this for you.
Good evening, Council. So I'm the young lady, thank you, Mom, was referring to. I actually planned to come here. I was excited to come here to support all of you, to hope that after the election we could move forward as a collective body. That doesn't appear to be happening. I grew up in this place. This was my playground. My father served this city well for many decades. And so I never felt unsafe in this building or, never saw a sitting or even a retired elected official unwarrantedly touch another person. But when you treat people like animals, when you think that you are above them, you have lost the race, girl. And you picked the right one. Because there was, first of all, her behavior, she was flipping off her fellow city council member, Eric Mays. And I said to her, are you proud of your behavior? Because she was smiling. I considered bringing my 2 teenage daughters to this meeting. I asked them, did they want to come? They said, no, the meeting's too long. We have other things we want to do. And I'm glad that I didn't bring them because they would have saw that behavior and thought that that was an acceptable behavior. I've been unfriended by city council members that I went to high school with. I mean, it's ridiculous, the personal nature that you all are taking on something that's not personal. You're all elected to do a job, whatever that is, for the residents of your ward and of this city. And I am so disappointed. I thought it ironic, though, as I sat in my seat, that you read the reading of disorderly persons city code subsection. You read it at every meeting. I normally just watch on YouTube. I said I'm going to come in person today. Ms. Worthing should be removed from this meeting. And if you all want to act as a body that wants to, because if that was any other person, specifically if that was Mr. Mays, if that was Tonya Burns, councilperson and councilman, I'm sorry, to be respectful of both of you in your position. If that was them, Councilwoman Winfrey Carter, if that was probably anyone else, probably be removed from the office. Not from the office, but from the meeting. It's unacceptable behavior. I doubt the residents of the 9th Ward would find that to be respectful behavior or something that they want their council person to do. Unwanted touching is unwanted touching. I know, my time is up. But the other thing that I want you to say is that, and this is just one last thing, is that she has a clear problem with African-American women. And she might have just thought I was ghetto. I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so guess what happened to her after that? Liddell voted to do nothing. There's no protection up there for council members or residents. They're hit or thrown out. Allie Herkenroder didn't do anything. Just didn't. So when we get back to the censure that they want to censure me on, they censure as lies. I broke it down. I broke down their censure. I broke down their censure where Eva defended herself and she said, she never hit Jasmine. Those were her words. I played her words for November 27th, took it back to the actual date. Jasmine spoke. I saw it. Other people saw it. The officer even talked to Jasmine. She told him she didn't want to do it. She was so out of sorts, and to be faced, you come here to watch a meeting and a sitting council member hits you, and she got away with it. Eva Worthing got away with hitting Jasmine. She got away with it. So it's during my censure, she wanted to talk about it. Facts. It happened. Liddell Lewis said it didn't happen that she didn't walk out on the Mitchell boys. Y'all saw the video. Facts. She indeed walked out on the Mitchell boys. Liddell Lewis indeed walked out at the time of the vote. That video shows her packing her stuff up and leaving. Right after council made, you can almost see her chair spin around. She was gone so quick. 5 people voted for the special investigation. Councilman Mays, Councilwoman Priestley, Councilwoman Winfrey Carter, Councilman Pfeiffer, and myself. 5 of us voted for a special investigation to give that mother closure in the fire that her 2 little boys died in on Pulaski Street, the Pulaski Street fires. Liddell Lewis lied. She lied this past Monday. She lies every time she speaks about it. Y'all got to be sharing this video. You got to be sharing this video. Candace Machat, during the censure, said I hit Doug, when in fact the video shows during the time when Doug spoke, no one interrupted him, but Doug became confrontational and combative with me. Doug became confrontational and combative with me, to where Liddell Lewis, who was chairing, had to tell Doug Matthews, who wants to be the ombuds person, Mr. Matthews, no, Mr. Matthews, you can't talk, Mr. Matthews. And he kept talking and kept talking and kept talking. Why? His lie got exposed. You had a white man tell Black women he wants to know how we were paying for our clothing on our body. You had a white man try to tell Black women how we should be paying for the clothing on our body. And then on that video, as it comes back around, you'll show I first showed the receipt to Attorney Kim, and Attorney Kim said, "I'm not in it. I don't want you asking me what I'm wearing, because that's not my business. And I'm not." He says, "No, I'm not in that. That has nothing to do with anything." That was Attorney Kim. When I come back, Councilman Pfeiffer takes his suit jacket and joke after Eva said I hit him. He's like, this is, I got my name embroidered in my suit, to try to lighten the mood, because the mood in the room is so heavy with all the lies and the toxicity that they create in that room, the environment. They create that. Liddell's known for dumpster fires, for meetings she chairs, because she lies. She doesn't treat her council members the same. She doesn't warn her other council members. She doesn't warn Eva Worthing. She allowed Eva Worthing, she wasn't chairing that day, but Eva hit Jazz. But Candace Machat was completely wrong when she decided to open her mouth and spew all those lies. That I, in fact, became argumentative. I, in fact, shouldn't have said anything. Doug was talking to me. Candace Machat, her first meeting, threw residents out this Monday, had them removed. Doug should have been removed for consistently and repeatedly talking while I was talking. But she threw people out for less. She threw Miss Beverly's grandson out who was filming. Doug kept talking. Now, you know it takes something if Liddell is going to correct Doug. You know it. She had to correct Doug. Candace Machat lied. Doug became argumentative while I was talking. The video shows it. The video doesn't lie. The video that Councilman Pfeiffer took of her lying, the videos doesn't lie. The videos don't lie. And then when I showed Doug the receipt, Doug was furious. He wants to know why Black women, what we're wearing. And he wanted to, he said he presumed that I was promoting and presuming I was endorsing. You are presumably wrong when you made an assumption. You made an assumption, false assumption. So the censure, what they put in there, all lies, which makes them liable. And this video showing it. They put together a false narrative, to censure me, and full of lies, which holds them, responsible and liable. They are liable. I just wanted to show, because unfortunately we have to stop to do house cleaning with them. We have to do house cleaning with their lies. So I'm going to recap. Eva Worthing was proved to be a liar. She lied. She did hit Jasmine Stanley. Liddell Lewis lied. She did walk out on those Mitchell boys. The video shows it. Doug Matthews, he became argumentative with me. Shows Candace Machat lies. 3 liars. Video shows it. So this part, now I'm done with cleaning house, because everybody wants to talk about the censure. And we should. Residents should have a right to sit in those chambers. They will throw you out of there in a minute. It don't matter if it's their person. Liddell's throwing out several people in her ward. Council member Miss Mayfield didn't have a place to stay. She put her out. She wouldn't return her calls. She's living in a shelter now. Miss Mayfield is living in a shelter. Her ceiling fell in. Her council person would not return the call. She's living in a shelter now. Not by her helping to get to the shelter, because she ain't even returned the calls. We talk about the ARPA funds, which are needed. We ain't put on one roof. Dora Mayfield needs a roof because her house leaks. She needs a roof. But we do know that Liddell Lewis, with her nonprofit that she switched up the name on, who is the director and the president, is set through her fiduciary to get $50,000. One roof ain't been put on, but that has been sent up several times. Y'all need to call y'all council people. Call Councilman Quincy Murphy. Hold him accountable. Hold Judy Priestley accountable. They passing this stuff. They rubber stamping this stuff. You got 2 council members set to be approved, and we ain't put it with ARPA funds, with nonprofits they have created. And we got people, roofs falling in, that are living in shelters. Why didn't they fight that hard to make sure these residents get more money, so that money like Dora Mayfield, it reaches them? The money ain't reached Dora Mayfield, but Liddell Lewis made sure that resolution has reached us, not once, but twice, but 3, but 4 times. It has been to council, and we sent it back to committee. That money ain't reaching the hands that it needs to. ARPA should have been reaching Dora Mayfield. She needs a roof. She's sleeping in a shelter. Her council person won't return her calls, and she put her out of council when she came there pleading that she couldn't get her on the phone. She put her out, threw her out, had her walked out with the police. This woman lived in a shelter. never seen so much ridiculous stuff in my life with these people. Video shows with their censure that they were so proud. They lied. The three of those women lied. Mickey, cut your mic back on.
Yes, ma'am. I was sitting back enjoying the ride. I'm seeing, I'm feeling like it's a lot of them council people, the members are on here today. I just got a feeling Liddell and Quincy watching.
Oh, well, you know what? Quincy and Quincy has got him to do what's right. Quincy struggled with the censure. He kind of went back and forth, but the videos don't lie. The video don't lie.
He went back and forth, but he voted for it.
He voted to censure me. Hey, that's what I said. You know, you when you knowingly vote for a lie, Quincy Murphy, you become part of the problem. You knowingly voted for a lie. I told you the stuff. I'm not a liar. He knew it. She said, because I said she wasn't a good person. You're not a good person. Food stamp gate, your next door neighbor. She want her money for them food stamps. Pump station number 5, you voted not once, but twice to not help your residents. If it goes over $2,500, the city attorney would have the authority to pay them, not hold it up. Those are your residents that have raw feces or untreated feces and urine in their homes, in their basements. How do you vote against your own residents? Where do you see that at? Cussed out Pastor Thompson not once but twice.
And I was there for the first one.
That part. You were in the room. Thank you. Then you got the janky. You janky, you janky, you janky. If you're sipping on bottled water, you janky, you janky, you janky. Your schools is janky, it's janky. And y'all gonna be humming this little tune, bop, 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 or whatever. Yeah, we are. Because you call residents janky. You call Flint residents janky. Service lines still aren't fixed. It's not fun that people are still buying bottled water. I got one right here. It's not funny. It's not a joke. It's not funny because people, it's not just that they were poisoned, but the effect that people still don't trust the water. The mental part, that when you brush your teeth, even if you have a filter on it, people still using bottled water. Mm-hmm. People have all kinds of dental problems. Why? Because the water messed up their teeth. You can ask Dr. Rex Weaver, who is a dentist on Flushing Road in my ward. Shout out to Dr. Rex Weaver, who has been a dentist, I think, for over 30 years, and his father was a dentist. He sees this all the time. You want good dental work? Go see Dr. Weaver, Flushing Road. Tell y'all something. You want better, you got to do better. This is about every single ward in the city. My vote counts for every ward. Everybody don't always vote yes. It's 9 of us. You need 5 votes. I'm going to advocate for my ward, but I'm going to advocate for what's right for the city. My vote, I explain them because I want people to know I care about you. I care about Flint. I always explain my vote, and I get into the details. And that's what you're supposed to. But I want people to, we're going to wind this up, Mickey, that part. Is there any questions in it before I get on? December the 12th is going to be the first meeting at my Park Recreational Clubhouse. There is a support group for victims against gun violence. Everyone is welcome. If you are a victim of it, if your child is involved in gang activity, if you've lost a loved one, a child, a parent, if you need answers from the police on your case update, the Flint police will be there. There will be people there to talk. This is getting to the community. Everybody talked to us, oh, she's an ambulance chaser. No, shooting, when gunshots become the norm, or you wait to hear if let me see, I heard gunshots. Is it an ambulance? Gunshots is not the norm. Living and hearing gunshots is not the norm. I had, and I'm going to share this, my niece this past week made a terrible decision. Something that could have ended up in a completely different way. But because she has a family that rallies around the people you hang with, you can't. My niece is 22. You can't hang with everybody. These is girls who think they want to knuck if you buck. She was going to knuck a buck with her aunties and her mom because we're not having that. They can't be out here fighting in these streets. I hadn't been to the Mallory Street. 4 people got shot. 3 of them were young ladies. The car was head on with them, shooting at them. 1 was shot in the head. 1 was paralyzed. The young man, I believe, died. It's 4 people. Oldest person in that car was 22 that day. It's been about 6 shootings, I believe, on Mallory Street in the past 3 years. There's forever Alvin Hicks Jr., his mother, Deborah, called. She's like, I just want the belongings for my son. They found her son's killer, 16. He just turned 16, just old enough to drive. And I could go on and on because y'all know it's on my timeline. So this, and Mickey, can we put up the flyer? And then after the flyer, we're going to get into if people got questions.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get that for you.
So it's December the 12th, 6 o'clock, and it's going to be the second Tuesday of every month. Everyone is welcome. If you from Saginaw, if you from Flint, if you from Burton, if you from Grand Blanc, if you are a victim of gun violence, if you have a child in gang activity, we want you there. It's going to take the community to save the community, and there will be police. So can you blow it up, Mickey?
No problem. Give me 1 second. Blow this thing up for you.
So it is for survivors and victims against gun violence group. When? Tuesday, December the 12th. Where? Mott Park Recreational Area. The address 2401 Nolan Drive. Time 6 o'clock p.m. If you want more information, give me a call. But if you want to come just to pray, if all you got is a prayer, whatever it is, it's going to take the community to save the community. And this is for everybody. If you're a grandmother, grandfather, niece, uncle, bring your child. If your child is doing stuff or been accused, have someone call me or email me about a child with a gun in Southwestern. 2 of them, actually. No, 1 had a gun, 1 had a knife. That was yesterday. It's going to take us, the community, to say the community. We cannot afford to no longer not get involved. You don't have to just be from Flint. It's for everybody. Everybody. So, Mickey, any questions that anybody had? And listen, you ran over. I'm going to blame it on you.
No. I mean, hey, listen, you got to put the truth out there. So I have no problem with the truth. If you got any questions, it's the time to ask them now with Ms. Burns.
Well, it was pretty thorough. We got into it today.
Oh yeah, you went through it. Oh, okay. Hold up.
We went through it, and I want to tell everybody thank you. When is the next councilman? This Wednesday. It'll be committee meetings at 5 o'clock. Renee Jackson. This Wednesday, and you can if y'all have not clicked on the Flint Politics Reboot, they also posted there. I don't know, does 810 post the meeting dates?
Sometime, but mainly you will get it on Flint Politics Reboot.
Okay. And then I do post them on my page. So the next meeting is this Wednesday coming up at 5 o'clock, 3rd floor, City Hall. So what can be done to remove some of these liars? I mean, council people. It's going to take the residents to get involved. It's going to take the residents. I know that there are recalls on some of the council people, and it's going to take those people in that ward to remove them. TNT Squad, can you please explain what does being censured really mean? Okay, well, censure can mean that means they have the right to punish me. So when Councilman Mays, he cussed them out. He said, I'm getting thrown out anyways, so I may as well go out with a bang. Now, he cussed them out. He did. They gave him 30 days off. Mine, I said, you're not a good person. And then they told all them lies. So it was a warning, which they lied, which I'm glad they made it a record because it makes them liable for lying on me. They made it a part of public record that they were lying on me. Like I said, I'm going to get your bicycles. I'm not going to play with y'all. The baby's bicycles. I'm not going to play with you. You're not going to lie on me. Like I told her, yes, I did call you nasty, which the video stated why I did, because she sent a false text message she created. She created a fake text message and sent it to the pastors. So censure means if they wanted to give me time off, they were going to give me, they were punishing me, like I guess slapping me on my hand, admonishing me for their lies. And that's a real thought, y'all. They were admonishing me for their lies because that censure was full of lies. Was full of lies. So that's what it. Felicia Harris, why don't council residents present the evidence of political corruption to the federal courts? Well, and that's a very good thing. And a lot of stuff has been presented. You know, we talk about people talk about corruption. I think the John Carpenter with the $1 million, Pfeiffer submitted some stuff. Don Pfeiffer, who has been very vocal. Don Pfeiffer does not have a filter at all on his mouth at all. Don is a straight shooter, literally. Are we sure because they have been canceling committee meetings? Well, when does it is posted, so we have to go by the legally posting date. Michelle put, ask people to come support you and represent voters so you cannot be censored. Yes, look, I need y'all. We need y'all. I need y'all. I mean, everybody on here watching and seeing this is a public lynching. This is the real insurrection, what they doing. They are trying to hang me with their lies. This is a public lynching with their lies. Silver Bullet says, can you file in court injunction of the Furious Five crew's wrongful decisions? I've had, and it's funny because there are people who be on here, and I will speak about some of the attorneys that have emailed, like attorney Katina Irvin from California, who sent a very, I'll call it a brief in regards to Liddell Lewis's behavior. And I had 2 attorneys reach out to me because they liable. The stuff just wasn't true, and they put it into the record. But hey, Angie Mack, question, can the city council be sued for the unfairness, prejudice, and corruption? If so, what are the first steps? Because they are harming everyone, not just their wards, but they are harming the entire city and misusing power to give money away to businesses that don't help the people. Angie, yes, they can. So when they talk about that lawsuit with the 12 multi-member body, that is a part of those ARPA funds, because what they'll go back to is how they are appropriating those funds. So yes, there is recourse on that. And so when people say, I'm not always right. I got to get right with Jesus. Councilman Mays ain't always right, but he right about this 12-member ARPA board. And I'm gonna stick with him on that one. He is absolutely correct. So then Mayor Neely was telling people, I'm a garnish they check, and that little bit that we give, we don't make between 2.5 for doing what's right. So we do not have legal representation to challenge it, which should be by the city attorney. The city attorney, when we challenge something, is supposed to be representing us. He has not done that. Attorney Kim is gonna get some violations because he actually put in for us to be garnishy because it went to the first court. And it has to go to another court, but the judge said it does have merit. The judge did not understand, which is Christensen. Here's the thing about Christensen, and I want everybody to understand this part. Let me say this. Judge Christensen is the same one who told Councilman Mays he could come back on Wednesday and then put him back out on Monday, which makes Judge Christensen look like he's compromised. He told Councilman when he he went off on them, and I understand he was frustrated because time and time again there is a different treatment. And Judge Christensen said on Wednesday Councilman Mays came back, and on Monday Judge Christensen put him back out. So it goes to a different court. But see, what they try to do is wait you out, dry up your funds. We need y'all support. We need y'all support. I just showed y'all how they lie. This is a public lynching. That's a lie. With the Flint Council, I'm gonna say 88. Dr. Trey 88. Okay. Right. With the council having the most attention of any board in the country, why is the corruption allowed to continue? We're Black. We're a poor Black community. And only thing can change that is the residents. And you don't have to live in Flint to support us. You can live across the country. People send emails all the time and text messages and calls. You can live in Burton, Saginaw. You can live in Grand Blanc, Flint Township. You can live in Detroit. You have people come here from Detroit. We had somebody come from Florida. I think Lumi Herbert and his wife. We had someone come, a couple on they came from Cincinnati. We need your support. People can come from Cincinnati, Florida, and Georgia. I know we can get the people to come from around Flint to support us. Y'all voices matter. Nobody wants to hear when people assemble and organize together. We need y'all. I put up on my page about the guy who was over the civil rights and how in 3 weeks they were able to organize the largest demonstration on Washington. And that was with Dr. King, the March on Washington. 3 weeks, over 250,000 people came together. And what came as a result of that? The Voting Act. They changed, they had to, the civil rights, it was a civil rights movement. When people get together, things change. They feel, because number one, they feel, hey, support community. They're not gonna get out and change. They're not gonna get out and do nothing. You know, they make you feel hopeless. They make it, people say, well, I don't want to just sell you hope. If you ain't got hope, you ain't getting up out the bed. It ain't gonna be no change. But sitting there not doing anything, we can't afford it. Because Flint is the next Benton Harbor. Flint is the next Pontiac. Flint is the next Jackson, Mississippi. Flint is the next Memphis, Tennessee. Wherever you have pockets of pool of Black people, it means it is subject that it will happen to you. This Flint is not unique. It's just we on the radar because Councilman Mays has a very dynamic way of him speaking out and people being drawn to him. This can happen to any, where it's poor and minority, this will happen because people sell out. You see how they getting ARPA funds. Miss Mayfield was thrown out sleeping in the shelter, but her councilwoman has made sure that those ARPA funds that should be putting on the roof on her house, she making for them ARPA funds is getting to her 501c3 Sarvis Park through her fiduciary. And she said, how can you give examples of how we can support what y'all need? I know everybody say, oh, council meetings are long. We need y'all to come to council. We need y'all to come to council. Fill them chambers. This is money that could do some good. We still got millions that can be given. They trying to shut us down with the lies. Shut us down with the lies. Because how's Miss Mayfield ain't getting her roof? And then Candace Machat gonna say, well, I thought that the councilwoman agreed with what I was doing. Oh, no. Let's be clear. Tonya Burns is for the residents every single day of the week, 24/7, 365. I'm with the residents. So what we need you to do, one, we need y'all to come to City Council. The next meeting is Wednesday, 5 o'clock, 3rd floor, City Hall. Tell them we want the council to be fair. Those ARPA funds belong to the residents. Y'all gonna stop lying up here. You got to be in their face because you got residents coming there getting hit by white councilmen. You can't be hitting nobody. We need y'all support. We need you to come to City Council. They don't want them chambers filled. We have to do this. And it ain't something we want to do, but we have to do it. And it's not just council. When I put up even the gun violence, why is it allowed that Black children are still getting shot in Flint? Where's the public safety plan I've been asking for? Mickey, how long I've been asking for the public safety plan?
Oh, for since you've been there?
Since before I was here.
Right. So it ain't like it just started.
It didn't just start. I've been asking about it and addressing gun violence. Why are Black children in Flint and people allowed to keep getting shot? Y'all got to come and help us. So this is a new day and this is a new time. And it's going to take all of us. Now, the distractions is the lies. And I don't want y'all to get distracted because I'm going to rebuke them and disclose them and show them for who they are. But y'all got to share this video. Talk to your friends. Tell them what's going on. Word of mouth. You got to talk to people and tell them what's going on. They don't want that. You got people still running for these seats. They done walked out on the Mitchell boys. You got Mayor Neely getting ready to get a deposition. He didn't announce he running for Dan Kilde's seat. He didn't announce he going on to run for Congressman Kilde's seat. He getting ready to get a deposition. Ray Barton is suing the city for $10 million. The family of the two little boys suing for $50 million. And he still has political aspirations to go on to another level. We're not addressing this yet. Y'all, we got to come together. You got to come to council. There will be meetings that will be posted for us all to come, and the right to organize and to assemble, because that's what it's about. Flint is not unique. Flint is anywhere, any place in America where there are Black people, minority people.
Well, family, as you can tell, her computer went out. So click like, share this video, and keep tuning in. We'll be back next Saturday. Peace.